Hey guys, welcome back to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Natalie Rides from Big Man on Campus, Alex from Need for Tips with us, taking a look at the Confederations Cup, how we did, profit and losses, and overall what we thought of the competition. Big Man, Alex, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Natalie. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Listen, all of you killed it apart from me. I was in the slight negative. I almost made it. But Big Man, you had a very successful Confederations Cup with your profit. So congratulations on that. You were saying before filming there you were finding it sort of quite easy. Tell me what you thought betting the Confederations Cup.
Natalie, I don't know. It just seemed to go kind of how we all thought it would. I mean, I remember I actually watched a video when you, Alex, and I did the futures market for this tournament, and I remember discussing it and thinking. I remember you asked the question: will Germany, Chile, or Portugal win? And I think we all kind of, agreed. I just thought they were the three best teams. I just thought, Germany at the end of the day, they're still a very good team, even with that Team B. And Alex made a great point, probably one of the better points I've heard about this tournament. All these kids want to prove that they can be on that World Cup roster. And Chile, for me, just was a sexy pick. I just thought, Alexis Sanchez, then what else do you have? You have an old team that, is very good. But I just thought, the youth would outdo experience here. And it was just easy. It seemed like Australia and New Zealand just kind of hard what we thought they were. I did have a good read on Russia. I didn't think they were very good. And I also didn't think Mexico was very good. So, wholeheartedly, it just the prices were right. You didn't have to lay a lot of big juice. It was just seemed to go right for me, Natalie. That was kind of the essence of the whole tournament.
Perfect stuff. And Alex as well. I know you predicted the Chile-Germany final. That came true as well. You sort of thinking, are you agreeing with Big Man here that sort of everything really followed suit? The favourites won, the underdogs did not, etc.
Yeah, you have some bad days, some good days. I think that Big Man did a really good job on the Confederations Cup. He killed it with his tips. Also, us with our previews and our futures for the Confederation Cup. It was really good shows. So I think that everybody that was watching our shows and betting from our tips should have a really good profit now. I think that is over 10 in units. I think that like that it is right now. Yeah, Mexico was better than Russia. Russia was really poor. They will be again really poor. A lot of people from their country, most of all the media, the newspapers, are killing them every day. They're saying that they shouldn't participate at the World Cup if they will perform as they did at the Confederation Cup. So, yeah, I think that Germany can participate to a World Cup at least with two teams, if not with three teams. Because let's not forget that under 21, Germany won the Euro under 21. Mm-hmm. So that is also a really good team for Germany. And yeah, overall, it was a really good experience. And I think that also in 4 years, it will continue the same with the Confederation Cup.
Yeah.
Hey, Nat,
yeah.
I will say this. He mentioned the under 21 win. Listen, I'm going to come out and say it. I think Germany's the best team in the world. I mean, coming up, you look at all the talent they have there. I mean, they just know how to win. They have so much talent waiting in the wings. They have to be the favorite, I think they're the favorite to win the World Cup. I mean, I think from what we've seen, there's just so much firepower there. They have to improve defensively a little bit. But again, remember, most of all the players they had in were second-rate players. Alex, I'd be curious to know your thoughts on that. I mean, obviously there's some really good teams in the world, but Germany has to be looked at as one of the favorites.
Yeah, I think that Germany will make at least the semifinals in the next year's World Cup, if not make it to the final and win the trophy. But what I really want to say is that this team that participated at the Confederations Cup will be in 4 years the A team for Germany, because those players that are now A ranked will retire from football at the moment, of course, because they will get old and stuff like that. But at least 5 or 6 of them from this team from the Confederation Cup, I'm sure that they will participate also next year in the World Cup.
Yeah. Listen, guys, before we start talking about teams and stuff like that, I do want to pull up for our viewers our record. Let me see. There we go. And share. So there we go. So big man, very successful there. 7.7 units of profit. Martin, 5 units of profit. Alex, 0.4. And myself in the negative. I'm sorry, guys, for letting you down there. But overall, as a team, 12.7 units of profit. Really incredible. And that was just over a couple of weeks there. So really, really good going. I hope you guys did take some of our tips, listen to our advice, because we do a lot of research, put our hearts into it, our hearts and our heads into it, and try our best to deliver you guys some picks. So that's how we did. Now, one thing, obviously, we were sort of talking that like a lot say followed suit. I think one of the teams that I was surprised about was Portugal. I was actually expecting them to go the distance, at least make to the finals. I know, Alex, you were not. Obviously, they drew to all to Mexico for the match for 3rd place, but I thought they were going to make it, but obviously they didn't. Big man, do you agree that Portugal should be in 3rd? What went wrong for them, or right?
Well, I think they should be in 3rd now. I thought they were the 3rd best team, and even look back to the Euro when they won Euro Cup 2016. They struggled to win games. I mean, it was to the semifinals where they won a game. They had trouble scoring goals, and we've seen it. I mean, they're becoming an older team. They don't have a ton of goal threats other than Ronaldo. And you just look at the other 2 teams, a lot of firepower. I mean, they could score goals, put the ball in the back of the net. And, yeah, I thought they were pretty average. I really did. I mean, they drew against Mexico the first time, which they gave up 2 goals, which, I mean, their defense has to be better than that. And then you had kind of I felt like there was a lot around Portugal in this tournament. You had some of the issues with Ronaldo off the field. Then he had twins at the end. It was just too much. I didn't think they were as good as Germany and Chile. And if we've seen anything from them, we've seen they have a little trouble scoring goals at times.
Well, exactly as well. 0-0 against Chile at full time. I really was expecting a goal from Portugal. Do you have any thoughts on Portugal's performance for the Confederations Cup, Alex?
Yeah, I think that the biggest problem in Portugal, I think that they have talented players, skillful players, huge attack. Quaresma, Nani. Okay, Nani, for example, he got old. He's not like he used to be a few years ago. But also Andre Silva, also Ronaldo, most of all Ronaldo. But I think that like that is the mentality of their manager, their coach. I think that they are playing this style of defensive and going on the break. I think that they want to kill the game, kill their opponent like that. That's not football from my point of view. So I don't prefer to watch Portugal's games. Of course, they are a big team. I cannot say anything. They won Euro 2016. They are a huge team. They beat France last year in the final on their turf. So I don't like their kind of football. It's like Greece, seeing Greece some years ago when they won the European Cup. Again, defensive team and going on the break, very little goals, not finding the back of the net a lot of times like we love. But overall, they are a good team.
Yeah. Now, moving, we broached about it just earlier in the video here, but looking at the World Cup, which is round the corner, it's next year. It's so exciting. Germany are the favourites there, 6.5 as an early bet. Is it? Do you see any value in that, or are there other teams that we should consider? Big Man, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, at 6.5, I definitely would jump on that. I mean, look, I think early on with futures, you obviously have to get in there early. I don't know that number is going to get any better. Obviously, with futures now, I've said this before, I'm looking more or less along the lines of I'm not big on betting favorites, though I do love Germany. I'm looking more to the higher end ones, the ones that like 101 for Switzerland, 67 for Croatia. I mean, you look at Croatia, a lot of firepower on that team. If they could just score some goals, they're going to be in business, clearly. I mean, they have a lot of names in that team that can really score. But, yeah, I mean, France is going to be very strong. Obviously Argentina with Messi. Italy's an interesting point at 15. I mean, they're you look at a lot of the players now, I mean, they've really good young talent there, and they still have obviously that tremendous defense. At 15, I'm going to look to maybe grab Italy. I think that's pretty good value there. But yeah, I think Germany's the best team in the world, and I think they need to be the favorite. But for me with futures, I'm going to look more along the Croatias, the Switzerlands, even the Italys. I'm staying away from Brazil and Spain and even Belgium. I mean, for whatever reason, Natalie, I just can't ever figure Belgium out. I feel like they're always the play in certain qualifiers and things like that. They never seem to get the job done. But yes, I do think Germany's the favorite, and I will bet them at 6.5.
Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, whenever we do a futures video and Belgium's involved, they're always the dark horse. They're always one that they say, put a bet on, out. It's always Belgium. I agree with you.
It's always what they're going to do. It's always we're waiting for the future with them. Obviously, I want to make sure my team can get to the Final Four, and I think Germany's about as good as any to get to the Final Four in this competition.
Yeah. Well, at some point we will take a look at the World Cup futures. But Alex, do you think there's any other dark horses right now? Obviously, Germany, they are a dominant force on the football scene. They won the 2012 World Cup. They've won the Confederations Cup. They're sort of a force really that you can't stop. Is there anybody that can stop them headed into the World Cup next year?
It all depends. Yeah, I think that is a bet to be taken from now. 6.5 are huge odds for Germany. Germany are the type of team that they will go far in the tournament every time. If you look at the last international tournaments with the national teams, I think that Germany did the finals in most of them, won the World Cup, won the Euro Cup plus the Confederation Cup. So I think that is the team to follow. But we have also Brazil, we have also Spain. Nobody mentioned that. So I think that those are also teams to watch. Strong teams for next year. And as you mentioned, I love Belgium at 17.
To you. We've got here John Michaud saying France is going to win the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. If they failed to win Euro 2016 on their turf, playing against Portugal, they didn't play it against Germany. They didn't play it against Italy. They played against Portugal. So they failed to win that. I think that this time they will fail to win the World Cup.
And at the beginning of the tournament, they were favourites as well. Big man, sorry.
No, they have a ton of talent. I mean, name-wise, everyone and anyone, Pogba, Griezmann, so many options. But
Mbappe.
Right. Again, it's kind of like Belgium for me. Alex made a good point about the Euro. I want teams that can just win. And Germany just wins. That's what they do. Listeners talking about Japan. Come on, dude. Really? I mean, Japan? You're not serious with that. I think you've Marina, you've mentioned that to me before. You can't be serious with Japan. 151. Yeah. Dude, if I'm going to lay 151, I'm going to take a shot with, Wales or Ireland or somebody like that. I'm not going to take it with Japan. Come on, dude. Really?
We've got just briefly looking at World Cup qualifying Group A outright. France to win Group A 1.53. Now it's low, but I believe that they can do it, and I think as part of an accumulator bet, if that's the route you want to go down, I would look into that personally. Anybody think that they will not win Group A? They're with Sweden, Netherlands, Bulgaria, and Belarus.
Yeah, I don't. Not a lot of concern there. I mean, they should be able to get the job done. You're going to have to lay, what is that, Natalie, 2-1 basically. Yeah, I mean, Netherlands is always a scary team, but they've really kind of tailed off lately. I remember them losing a qualifier to Bulgaria. Bulgaria can score some goals once in a while, but yeah, they should have any problem in that group.
Yeah. Alex, what are your thoughts here about France winning Group A?
Yeah, Group A qualifiers, right? Yeah. What are the odds?
1.53 for an accumulator bet.
Yeah. Let's say yes, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, great. So listen, guys, I'm going to wrap things.
For sure they will win. For sure they will win the group. Like Big Man said, the Netherlands suck big time in the last period of time. They're really poor. Sweden, I don't think that they will go at so high level with France. So yeah, Group A to 1.55, very small odds.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. So overall, 12.5 units of profit from the Confederations Cup with Team Bankroll, Martin, Big Man, and Alex. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. We've got the Gold Cup matches taking place. So we're going to preview those tomorrow with Alex and Martin. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and Big Man, Alex, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie.